My name is Timo Schirmer. I'm the director of the MR Applied Science Lab Europe. I work for GE Healthcare, which is one of the largest medtech companies in Europe. And in PREDICTOM, I'm representing us as GE Healthcare as the industry lead of that project.
My name is Vera Nies. I'm a senior partnership lead here at Lygature. We're based in Utrecht, the Netherlands. And in PREDICTOM, I'm responsible for leading the partnership management.
So we are focusing here on the development of technologies for the early prediction of Alzheimer's disease. This is like a system of interlocking gears where all the pieces have to come together in one project represented by a big and strong consortium. So the clinical partners in this project, they define what are the clinical needs. What is the disease and why can they not currently do early prediction? And later on, diagnostics, the treatment. Once they clearly formulate those clinical needs, we have the technical expertise to develop solutions. Once a first technical solution is developed, someone needs to test it. And that's again where those clinical partners come in. So it's a back and forth in this development cycle until we come to a point where we have something which we think we can give out to a larger group of clinical users. And then they do the clinical evaluation, really making sure that what was initially posted as the clinical need, the question, can be answered with this technology. And once we have closed all of this, then we can turn it into a new product as industry and give it out to the whole community of users and patients and whoever needs it.
To manage a project of this size, it is very important that you understand the requirements and the rules of the funder to start with. Next to that, it's also very important that you understand the different interests of all the partners. Also, to make sure that you don't run into issues moving forward, it's important to understand all the critical interdependencies in a project. So to make sure that the assets and the network of PREDICTOM can live on after their project ends, we implement a strategy that we call sustainability by design. And this means that from day one of the project, we are not only thinking about delivering results right now, but also about what is needed to make sure that they can live on after the project ends. We also have a sustainability team that meets every month to talk through what we are developing and to make sure that if there's any issues happening, that they get tackled early on and that we take the adequate actions to make sure that what we are developing can live on after the project ends. And finally, a crucial aspect is that we have Alzheimer Europe on board as a partner. They facilitate patient and public involvement, which means that people at risk of developing dementia or people that are already living with dementia have a say in what we are doing in the project. And that is very important to ensure that we take along their feedback and to ensure that what we are developing carries true value for them, which is important if you want to implement these results in the real world.
Sustainability means primarily to make responsible use of the resources. Resources, that's time of our patients, time of our clinicians, our own time, the funding we are receiving.
We really hope that the results developed in PREDICTOM live on after the end of the project in 2027. One of the key results that we are developing is the platform and the associated biomarkers. And what we're doing right now is trying to find a way to make these results sustainable so that they can live on, be further validated and implemented, because that is when they can really make an impact on people's lives.